So I haven't made a video in a long time. 6 months and a couple of days. And my mind is all over the place. School's about to start in a couple of days. My financial aid is processing. I don't know when the fuck they're gonna receive it as far as like the money so that they can take care of my balance and hopefully I can start classes this month. If I start classes this month, then I should be good by the time I give birth. I should it shouldn't hold me back. And then, I gotta find out what the fuck is going on with my kids. And I know my oldest is having a graduation in June. They keeping it real hush hush. And so I don't even know how to go about trying to come at them without coming at them. So last night I was thinking about contacting their hospital, and I think I'm still going to do that. But then I'm like, maybe I should just contact the social worker at my hospital where I plan to give birth, so that maybe they can contact, you know, less contact from me, more contact from the professionals. But I don't know because I haven't been receiving any prenatal care by choice. So it is kind of complicating stuff a bit, like as far as trying to find resources or trying to have people already know my situation and be on my side type shit. I'm annoyed because the school I'm in keeps holding my status. Like I have a hold on my status. So I can't really tell if they already received. I know they received my financial aid application, but I'm not sure if they received my financial aid, which if they have, that shit should take care of the balance I have with them. But they insist on holding me back for whatever reason. And at first there was a balance, and then it was the GD transcript. But I always knew that if my financial aid came through, then it should take care of the balance and everybody should leave me alone. But for some odd reason, there seems to always be a hold. Um, I knew enrolling, I wasn't going to be able to pay for my classes as expected, so that is why I applied for financial aid. I'm not working. Last year, I was working on Wall Street at the school I was at, and I was just a work study. So, some way, somehow, financial aid was able to kind of work around my financial aid and pay me for being a work study for a couple of hours throughout the week. And that is how I received a little income. So technically, I haven't been to work in a long time. Um, it's just a couple of things. I already started shopping for the baby. I got the baby stroller, car seat, wipes, Pampers. My mother was here last week for a couple of days, and we went shopping. And so we already got a couple of things for the baby. But when she went back home, I decided to continue shopping. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to have a baby shower or not. And even if I am going to have a baby shower, then it would just be a last minute baby shower. But at least I have some things here for the baby on my own, which is a hype. Like I'm very proud of myself for doing that because When I had my first son, I was a teenager, I wasn't working, and I ended up having a baby shower, and that is how I got most of my things for my baby. But I didn't want to go through that again. I had a bad experience with my second child for the baby shower, so I figured let me just get this child this stuff I should have been gotten for my kids a long time ago. And then even on top of that, I don't even have those baby things anymore. So I would have definitely passed it along to the baby. But yeah, I dumped out the stroller, the car seats. There's no more crib and that kind of stuff. So I said, let me just get everything new. Baby daddy insists that he was gonna get the stuff, but I said, I feel better getting this stuff on my time because like I'm already 6 months, weeks is passing by, and like I don't want to wait last minute because I know how I am. I mean, good thing is if I end up going to labor like today type shit, he can always go purchase the stuff because he already know which one I wanted and that kind of stuff. But then it's like, well, what if you get to the store and it's not there? Then it's gonna fuck up my whole mental decor for the nursery and stuff like that. So all we need to do is get the crib. I was this close to getting the play pen bassinet type of thing going on, only because I don't want to deal with a baby mattress. Um, so that's like my headache right now, the baby mattress. Um, I know what crib I want for the baby, but I don't know what mattress. And I know on the specific website, on the direct website, the mattress and the crib is like ridiculous. So I want to get my crib from Walmart because it's a little more affordable. And so by me getting the crib at Walmart, I kind of have to mix match, if that makes sense. Um, so I know sometime around February or like earlier March, maybe. When I made that video, really, really upset that my mother went to my kid's paternal grandmother's unit and the new baby was there. So around that time, I was seeing pictures of my oldest with a ring, the graduation ring. So I'm like inquiring, what's going on? What's when is graduation? Like what's going on? He didn't know. According to him, he didn't know the date that he was gonna have graduation. So I figured, okay, let me not press him too hard because it was earlier in the year. But now we're in May. How I haven't received any update. How doesn't my child know when graduation is yet? Why, if for some reason after I asked him, now a few months maybe later, he now knows the date, doesn't feel the need to update me on that? Okay, maybe because they don't plan on inviting my mom. Trying to figure out what the fuck. Um, they are pussy for making us, and I mean us, the maternal side of the family, feel like we gotta beg for them to invite us somewhere when it comes to my kids. Like we gotta beg for phone calls and letters and pictures and like co-parenting type of shit, like blended family type of shit. And I'm so sick of him. I'm sick of her. And when I mean her, I mean my kid's grandmother. I never thought I would hate an older person more than I hate that lady. And that's sad because I really had her at heart for like the longest. It's not the pregnancy talk. It's really the patience is running really thin. So now for June, I wanted to take maternity pictures, but according to my oldest son, he doesn't want to take pictures anymore. So I'm trying to figure out, why is it that they always have my oldest try to get under my skin? I miss my youngest. I be trying to give that little nigga space, try to have him recollect his thoughts and like try to miss me, but apparently he makes it look like he doesn't. And I know it's part of the manipulation in the household. Um, I'm of course it's his father because he feels like, you know, by the youngest acting the way he does, it's supposed to trigger me. And it does. It does because I went through a lot with my youngest. Like just even birthing him out alone. So by them trying to manipulate him and the way he acts and how he feels towards me, they want me to assume that that's the permanent, and it's not. It's temporary because I don't know what the fuck is going on in the household, and I'm not going to press it too hard because I know overall health and physically they're okay, but mentally I'm disturbed, so I know that they are disturbed too. Um, and so I need to speak to motherfuckers in Montefiore, motherfuckers in Einstein, motherfuckers in cardiology, hematology, neurology, all them departments, because I'm not playing. I'm not playing with this particular patient, which ended up being my kid's father. And for years, I didn't know this man was going to be this way. I understand and I'm all for men, taking their fatherhood very seriously and whatnot, but there's a line. There's a line. You cannot keep going day by day pretending your kids don't have a fucking mother. They cannot continue to go day by day pretending that their mother don't give a shit when they have a mother that gives a shit. Okay? I don't know how his mother used to treat him when he used to have his fucking crisis and all types of shit. But I'm telling you now, Montefiore, you better have some answers for me. Now, I'm trying not to disturb your line, which is why I haven't contacted you, but I already have your numbers written down. And hopefully I can find a real cordial way to handle this. Now, I've already contacted my attorney who helped me out with the case, but I guess because she was a public defender, she's not going to respond to me, or she a little bougie, or whatever the fuck the case is. She's not going to respond to me unless I submit a petition and they assign her, that type of shit. And I feel like that's a little bit too immature. You can't even pretend you haven't read my email. So I'm just a little turned off by that. Not that I need her to turn me on, but I'm just saying, like, how professional are these motherfuckers? Like, I'm so over it as far as getting help from the Bronx. Like, y'all too ratchet, too immature, too ill for me. And it's a little scary because I really did trust the Bronx for years. Like, I'm only 32 and I've trusted the Bronx for years up until the point where I kind of lost my head a little bit. And when I realized what I was going through then, I'm just like, stay the fuck away from me. If you had any parts in that, stay the fuck away from me. Um, and with that being said, I have so many questions for medical that's not even funny. And so I'm trying to figure out, should I attack the situation before June, or should I just wait for the little nigga to graduate, get to high school, and then like, go from there. So I'm a little like, I don't know which way to go, but I know I'm gonna find a way. I don't really want to contact the school directly because what are they going to say to me? What are they going to say to me? And it's just like, that's not even how I expected it to go. Like, I just needed updates. Like, there were, the last time I had my kids, I know there were certain appointments my youngest had to go to. So I kind of just wanted updates. Like, did he go to that? What were the results? Um, Even when there was coronavirus going on, vaccinations, what are your thoughts on that? Did my kids get that? Like little things like that. And it just was not met. Like he just felt that he didn't need to update me on anything on some mind your business type shit. And I'm just like, um, and this was way before I even found out that he had another kid. So for him, me knowing that he has another kid, I'm supposed to feel bad for him, and I don't. I don't. And I don't think he knows the severity of that. Um, and so, because he clings to his little city folks of a family, he feels that I'm supposed to be scared of him, and I'm not. Um, they wouldn't be maneuvering like this just because there has to be a way, and they would know how to get to me so I can get to you. And that's annoying. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Um, with that being said, it's just a couple of grown up things going on, I guess, because it's like that's not even the stress I need to be going on. That's not the stress I need to be going under. I wish this stuff didn't stress me or bother me the way it does, but it does. Um, Saturday I did my braids. I haven't done braids this small since June or July of last year. I had court, but prior to that, I haven't done them this small since my first son, like 13 years ago. I like big box braids now. This is gonna take forever, but because it's new hair that I never had before, I said let me do it small. Hopefully this should last me. All I gotta do is fix my baby hairs and I'm good. Um, I meant to do a video when I was doing my hair, but I just didn't. I just didn't have the that excitement to make a video. I took some pictures. Um, I wish I could have edited and put the pictures of the hair. Maybe I'll do it in the next video, like when I'm styling my braids or some shit. I don't know. But I only used one pack of hair. One pack of hair. One pack of hair that it has like 4 sections, and I only used 3 sections. So there's like one big chunk of hair left. I bought 2 packs of the one that's on my head. Um, and then I bought 2 packs of another different hair. But the hair that is on my head is thick, so I knew it would work out. But I only used 3 chunks. So whenever I decide to take this out, I can redo them or I can do a ponytail or whatever the fuck with that one chunk of hair. Um, but anyway, um, I was still watching videos earlier this week or earlier during the weekend regarding the shit I was watching before with the hip hop news and shit like that, which has me still tweaking when it comes to these guys and how they could possibly all be undercover homos and whatnot. But that's neither here nor there. Be careful what the fuck you smoke. Be careful what the fuck you drinking. Be careful what pill you're putting in your drink. Um, and all that I cannot wait to discuss with medical. But anyway, um, I'm excited. I'm excited for this summer. I'm excited for this year. I'm excited to meet my baby. I'm praying to God that my baby gets to meet his siblings and everything is all dandy. But I'm from the Bronx, so I know there's always gonna be drama. There's always gonna be something. Um, Me and Bay is back at it again. We're arguing, and I don't really know what the fuck about. He just needs to get used to the fact that I'm gonna tweak whenever I can't find something. I'm gonna come at him, but coming at him helps me find it. So it's like, get over it. But as far as him though, moving a little funny, um, the other day he was on a phone. It sounded like he was on a phone with a woman, and I instantly hear him say, "Delete it." Delete what? What are we talking about? And it's just like, I brought it up this morning, and he's like, I have my mother I speak to, I have my daughter, I have my cousins. Yeah, yeah, sure. Delete what? Like, like I'm just like thinking to myself, what was that about? Because the one thing is, you talking to your female friends or whatever, that's not gonna bother me. What's gonna bother me is how you move in doing so. So this nigga stepped out. He stepped out to the front. He stepped out to the back. He's having this whole weird ass conversation with this bitch. I don't even know who it is. But I'm just like, I've never seen you act funny like that. But I'm like, well, maybe it's because we're not talking right now. So he wants me to be jealous, or he wants me to feel away. So I'm not really going to entertain it. But it did bother me. Um, because since then, we really haven't been sleeping on the same bed again. And it's like, even like this week, I started purchasing, well, over the weekend more. Over the weekend, ending of last week, I started purchasing stuff for the baby. And it'd be like right on plans in on plain sight, and nothing. Like, he walks right past this shit, don't say shit. Um, and that's just that has me weird, because it's like, number one, I never expected to be pregnant. And number two, in the beginning, he was all lovey dovey about it. I guess because he felt like I felt like I didn't need to be pregnant this soon. Like, yeah, I told him I want a baby, blah, blah, blah. But like, I was trying to let him know that, yes, I love you this much. And I feel like, yes, in the future, I see myself having your kids. And I didn't expect to get pregnant this soon. But in the beginning, he was all lovey dovey about it. And now it's like, ever since I moved upstairs and started like really thinking motherhood, um, things have changed. Like, I don't know why. We've been arguing more. Uh, I can admit that my attitude sometimes is not going to mesh or blend well with others. I can admit that I can trigger him sometimes, and that's why we do start arguing. But when it comes to him and his attitude, it's disgusting. So like, he already told me he was gonna purchase the stuff for the baby, the crib, the stroller, the car seat, blah 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 blah. But I figured that, he's a little tied up with bills right now. Why not? Like, I have it now. Why not? So let me purchase it, because why the fuck do I wanna wait till the end? Um, mm-mm. Um, so as soon as I was able to see what I wanted for the baby, I said I'm gonna make sure that I have it for the baby. Um, but I haven't, even that didn't spark nothing new, nothing like, it just been a little whack. Like, it just been a little whack. And if I was younger, that shit would have broke me. Because I remember those days when I was unhappy, um, and stuff like that. But now it's like, I'm grown. Um, you gonna have your mood swings. I'm gonna have my mood swings. Get over it. But this morning he was kind of mentioning, if I go out there and I get me a girl, And I'm just like, what does that mean? Like deep down, I'm just like, what does that mean? Like, first of all, we haven't even been together for a full year yet. It makes a full year in July. So we make a full year in July. I'm gonna give birth. There's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be happening in July. And it's just like, okay, I could see maybe you're overwhelmed. But before we make a year, Mother's Day is coming, you know. My birthday passed. I made a video about that. Mother's Day is coming, Father's Day is coming. And it's like, what is going on? I feel like, it's not fair to me that you instantly got me pregnant. And I understand I should have been on birth control. It's not fair to you either. But it's like, damn, we should have been a little more responsible. I'm not saying I regret my baby. I don't want to regret any of my kids. But I'm just saying, damn, I didn't think I would be pregnant at all. At all. Um, And so it does annoy me, like when we don't get along, when we're arguing, and it's like, damn, because if I wasn't, maybe I would do things a little different. But then it's like, no, I'm pregnant. I'm all the way pregnant. Like I can't even fake that I'm pregnant. And that's where it's like, damn, I can't say too much. If I do, I might get the baby upset. I'm gonna get upset. I'm gonna feel high blood pressure, all types of shit. And I don't feel like going through that. But it's getting to the point where he feels like sometimes he has to be evil in saying things to me. And it's like, wow, sometimes I'm not even, I don't even have the energy to cry in front of you. So it's like my pregnancy is way different than what it was before. Before, when I had my first son, I used to cry a lot. And then my second son, I was more happier because of my oldest, like he was around me. So I didn't feel the same pain I felt when I had my first son. I wasn't as lonely or whatever the fuck. But it was still a sad situation with, my kid's father. But with this pregnancy, I know I'm safe. I know I have security. I think it's more of the power type of thing going on. Um, or like a little bit of the controlling aspect of things. Um, and that for me is weird. um, Racial stuff going on, the type of professional resources I'm looking for. It may be hard to find because everyone's just ratchet all of a sudden, and that shit pisses me off. So kind of thinking and planning alone is annoying. I don't have the same support system I used to have. Um, I don't really know his parents, so I'm not gonna be calling them up, complaining like I used to do. Like that shit was whack. Um, and for what? Because like I would hate for them to pretend that they like me that hard, and later on they don't. Like I don't want to go through none of that. Um, I still really haven't really like met his daughter. I met her once, but it's like we was nowhere near together. So it's very different if we meet up today, like, now. Um, and so like as far as friends, no, none of that. So it's just like I'm really on my own with the shits, which is okay because it's by choice, but at the same time, it's like now it's real because it's in a different city. I have like 2 good years, 2.5 years. And then I gotta start thinking about preschool. I'm already thinking about preschool, but I'm just saying like to take action. 2.5 years. I have 2.5 years. Um, and I'm honestly thinking about getting paid to take care of my child. If I was a home health aide with strangers, why not be one for my baby? I don't know anybody in the city other than certain family members, and I don't really want to fuck with them hard. So hopefully I can get approval for like, that kind of caregiver program. The only thing with that is when I'm doing my research, most of those programs are for adults, like elderly, versus babies. So I gotta talk to the doctor about that. And hopefully I can sign those papers as soon as I'm popping the baby out. Hopefully, hopefully. Um, so it's just kind of a little rundown on updates and stuff like that since I haven't really been making a video. Um, I'm expecting my birthing ball today. I know when I had my second son, it was very, very painful. It was very, very weird because I was on a triage bed and I'm kind of nervous and scared about if I have to do it natural and they're not offering pain meds and all types of shit. So I figured, let me get a birthing ball. I was looking online for different ways to give birth during labor. And they got you squatting, they got you laying on your side, they got you doing all this extra shit, walking and water. And so I said, let me get a birthing ball. I had a ball before, a regular exercise ball that could work out too, except I don't have it anymore. So I had no choice but to order this ball, and hopefully I can sit on it because like my butt cheeks hurt. My lower back hurt. My back hurt sometimes, most of the time. And that's just the pressure of the baby. I could feel the pressure of the baby now. Um, they told me my placenta was low. So like between yesterday and today, I could feel under my belly, like that pressure under my belly. So hopefully sitting on this birthing ball helps and I can stretch and not be on the couch. Like I need another, what is it, texture, another thing. And then hopefully I can get my massager or like one of those pillows that can give you massages. Cause like, you know, so I mean, Bay's everything. He is everything. Um, the baby just kicked. As soon as I mentioned um his or her daddy, you won't see it now, but I need to get me a breast pump. I have one at my mother's house, but I think I'm gonna leave that there for when we go over there. I need me a breast pump. Um, and little things. So I'm enjoying shopping, but I have to take it easy because I have a limit. Um, I actually don't feel bad that I've spent on the baby. Um, and he just gives me that look like you are looking like a fool, and I'm just like, I know, right? But I wonder how it looks if you can really. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kicking. Um, my mom still think it's a girl. I don't know the way baby daddy's acting. I think it's a boy. So I don't know. Um, I gotta think about names. Um, so again, I'm looking for names that start with C's, M's, first names, right? And I'm looking for middle names that start with N or I. So I don't know if I want to purchase a baby book, but I'm not sure if online they have all the names that I can pick out from. Naming my first child was kind of easy because his father wanted him to have his and his grandfather's name. So that was easy. Um, then for my second child, eventually we came up with a blend. There was a website or some shit. So a blend of his name and a blend of my name. But for this one, I don't even think I don't even remember those websites. But I don't know. I don't know what to. I think I gotta wait until I meet the baby to then decide. I mean, that's also what I did with my second child. I wasn't sure what we was gonna name him. His father wanted that name. I wanted a different name, and then eventually I decided to just give in and name him the name his father wanted. But I think that's how we're gonna have to do it. I have to meet the baby to kind of see what name would fit him or her. Um, I wonder if the hospital would give you like a printout of certain names you could pick out from or some shit like that. Maybe that could work out. Um, mm, I really like it out here because it's less dramatic than New York. You know, you hear your neighbors, you hear noise, you hear all that annoying shit, but it's less out here. And if you hear it out here, you know it's motherfuckers smoking or drinking, talking shit. Out there too, except out there is excessive, if that makes sense. Um, Eventually I'm gonna make. I think when I get my new phone, I'm gonna make like a baby haul of the things I got for the baby. Because I don't want to keep bringing items in front of the computer camera, and then unless I get me a webcam that can rotate and take, uh, or maybe I'll take pictures and kind of like collage it on a video. I don't know. Um, but yeah. Um, what else? Oh, back to school. So when I enrolled, it was in November, sometime in November of last year. So it was technically in 2023, but I was enrolling for 2024 semesters. So I think that kind of fucked up my financial aid. So I was checking around and they did receive my 2024-2025 financial aid. So I had to apply twice, 2023-24 and 2024-25. So everything seems okay as far as the 2024-25, but I still have the fucking hold on my account. So if they receive my FAFSA, what the fuck? And on there it was saying something about 10 days before classes or 7 to 14 days, something, something. So hopefully I can start because I think classes start May 5th or May 12th. So hopefully I can start by then because I don't want to be held up. But if I don't, then I think I'm going to start in August, which kind of works out. realistically it works out because it'll be after I gave birth. But I kind of want to start before, because in July it'll just be 2 to 3 days that I might be like late on assignments or some shit if everything goes well. Um, I think people are giving me a hard time because I'm studying business versus medical. When I was studying medical, everybody was kissing ass. Now that I'm studying business, everyone wants to get me mad. Um, and especially because I was getting paid by the Board of Ed while studying business. So I don't know who felt like that was a slap to the face. And then on top of that, I was having court. So it's like very like double slaps. Um, and then I moved. So it's like I don't understand why people act the way they do still, which is always my little interest in psychology. But I decided not to study psychology because I felt like, if I don't understand you, I just don't have to fuck with you. Why the fuck am I gonna like waste my time really desperately trying to understand you? And I figured back then it was because I really wanted that person in my life. But if nowadays I know you ain't shit for my life, you ain't gonna do shit for me, you ain't nothing there, then why the fuck stress it? Psychologically, I need to understand that for myself and understand that it's just I'm not gonna understand everybody. Um, but I'm the type of person that when I need help and when I need resources and when I need this and that, I make sure I'm not a complicated ass person. I make sure I'm very easy to understand because I'm not trying to give you a hard time. But motherfuckers know that and they still try to give me a hard time. Why? The world is short and small, and life is only one. Um, I can't stand when people have these positions and feel or really think that they're helping you and they're not. They're making your life a living hell. Um, and so initially when I enrolled, I was told, you got to pay your balance before I even started classes. So it's like, why the fuck you got me paying for classes before I even take the classes? So I didn't pay. Like I knew my financial aid would kick in and that can cover my fucking balance. But I also strongly feel that that's why they failed me, and I need someone in that university to look into that. I don't know if I should call FAFSA. I don't know if they're even gonna pick up. Like I don't know. It just feels dead to me. Like everything feels like there's not enough people that really give a fuck answering these phones and in these offices, and it like I don't know. I don't know if it's because like I resurrected after coronavirus. Motherfuckers are still playing games. Like I don't know how shit's supposed to go. But that shit is annoying. That shit is annoying. Um they did finally change my success coach. I see a different name up there on the portal. I didn't get notice. Someone texted my phone talking about she or he is my success coach and all types of shit. Didn't even introduce himself on there. Just said I'm your success coach, blah 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 blah. Um, Success coach who though? Like I was annoyed, and so they were stressing me about a tax transcript for 2021. We're in 2024. What the fuck you need my 2021 tax transcript for? Shouldn't you be asking for 2022? So I'm just over it with that. I just want to start classes, start some knowledge. I don't want to keep getting upset. Like I feel like because I'm not in classes right now, my relationship is overwhelming me, which is why I decided to which is one of the factors why I decided to go back to school. I didn't want to keep dwelling on my case, my kids, the drama with my kid's father. But now I'm in a relationship, and he knew I was in classes and in school and a student. And so I don't know, now me living with him, I don't want to be distracted by the little dramas and the little arguments that me and him may have. I want to focus on what the fuck I needed to focus on prior to meeting him. Like I still have my goals and my schedule and my shit. Um, so I don't know. Um, um, I don't know. Mother's Day is coming up. I think my mother's coming back. We're supposed to be going to my cousin's house. We went there last time. I think I made a video. Um, but we're supposed to be going there again, and I don't mind. I mean, it's a reason to dress up and go be around people, but I told her it's only when you gonna pull up, because, like, I don't know them people. Or maybe me and Bay can go out or take her out or whatever the case is. Hopefully she pulls up, and again, every time she does, I remind her, I want you to go to court, file this petition, modify this shit. I'm sick of this shit. Um, and then you have me trying to get my stuff still. Um, so I just be like, giving her a rundown of what's in there. Can she find it? Can she like have it out? Type shit. Um, because she's out of work currently. She got hurt the other day at work. Some autistic kid came at her sideways, and so she was kind of hurt, and she's been out of work for a couple of days. So I'm just like, Mom, when you got your free time, go in my room, kind of see if this is still there, this is that, and the third, blah blah blah. Can you bring it? Don't do too much, don't bring too much, but can you like at least confirm if this is still there? Like da da da. And it's like talking to the wall. It's like one ear and out the other. And I'm not sure when we're going to New York. Hopefully by sometime this month, or the plan initially was next month. But because they're over there being weird about taking fucking maternity pictures with, like, taking pictures with their mother, I don't even know if I want to go. Like, I don't know. They would have to kind of have an additional, plan, or I'm not going. And so by July, it'll be a full year that I don't see my kids. And so it bothers me, but at the same time, even I don't understand how the fuck it didn't become so consistent. Like, I was really doing good. Um, but I know that because that time is coming, they figure, you know what? Let it be a year. And that shit is so whack. They should have been fighting to see me more throughout this 1 year. Like, it's okay for them to not see me. And so there's a problem there, emotionally for me. Um, so in a way, as they're getting older and they want to act nonchalant and all tough and pretend that I don't exist and I'm a nobody to them, in a way, this baby is gonna make me feel like a new mommy. A new mommy. I have something else to focus on, someone better. Um, because I'm making sure that I don't commit the same mistakes um that I made. And hopefully they'll get curious and figure out, well, what's going on over there or whatever. Not that I'm trying to use this baby to bait them or anything like that, but I just don't understand how you rather be around your father's girlfriend and that baby versus trying to be around this one. Like, that's where I can literally fight this case because I am the biological mother, and now I feel discriminated in a way. Um, but we're not gonna get too deep into that in this video. But I do know that um their paternal grandmother is sick. Um, I think they wanted to cancel that because obviously if she's gonna supervise, number one, she knows her supervising is so wrong that now that she heard I'm pregnant, it's gonna be awkward for her. So what the fuck is she still supervising me for? So if they were to agree for the photo studio shit, it's like, cause last time when we took photos, I even like counted the seat for her. Like, it was five of us. So she was more than welcome to take a picture if she wanted to. Grandkids. It could have just been her and the grandkids or whatever. She could have took a picture by herself if she wanted to. Like, it was the vibe. But she was over there talking about she didn't want to take a picture. She didn't want to get in the picture. She just staring at us. Like, she couldn't even go a little further and sit the fuck down. She was literally there staring at us. And I'm just like, wow. And I take offense to that. Like, I get insulted real quick because it's like, miss, we're not going nowhere. We're right here. We're right here. So I figured she knew that was wrong. And so this time around, seeing me pregnant, she can't insult me too much. She knew I was a good mother. She knew we was young. She knew all this extra shit and whatnot. And then it's gonna be awkward that I'm not taking a like to her this round. And it's not even her child's baby. So yeah, why would they want to go to that? But I need my sons to really think like they're my sons. Like, I need them to really um put their foot down. This is something mommy wants. Yes, we gotta go do it. You know, why not? So I'm just weirded out. And then on top of that, it falls on the day. My visit falls on the day way before graduation. So now mommy can't be happy for this month. Why not? If that's all mommy wanted was to take fucking pictures to show off her kids and her new belly, why the fuck are you saying no to that? Talking about, can we do something else? What would you like to do is what you need to be telling me. On top of you canceling what the fuck I had planned. I'm still there with it. So what hurts me is he gets to say, I don't get to hear nothing. I don't get to hear from my youngest. I'm not sure if because the oldest wants it to go this way, the youngest is going to follow him, or the youngest is going to put his foot down. I don't know. But overall, it's just annoying. So I figured, babe, we could just find a studio out here and take a picture. But lately we've been arguing. So now I don't know. And then I don't feel comfortable not having maternity pictures of this child with this child. Like, I feel awkward and fuck around. I'll go take pictures by my damn self. Simple. Like, but then I don't want that resentment for later. I know how I am. I know how I get. And I don't want that resentment for later. But I know it is what it is. So, in a way, it's like working out a balance to make sure that I don't get upset, to make sure I don't feel resentment, to make sure I'm okay, to make sure emotionally and mentally I'm stable. Um, because I don't want to overwork my baby's emotions. But I think I'm gonna cut this video short now. It's almost an hour. Um, I just want to kind of give an update. I might make another video sometime either today or by the end of this week or over the weekend.